or SAG kind of help to define where we're going to end up for the Oscars. And usually, if there's like, like a sweep or something, we're like, okay, it's
Mhm.
looking like this. But now it's shifted, right? Now there's been some very important shifts, right? Now Wumi has entered, the chat as far as a supporting actress win, right? Like now Michael B. Jordan has an actor award, right? And he's pretty much gotten nothing other than, red carpet time for the award season
Yeah.
until now. Sinners winning best film. So it's getting interesting. It's getting interesting. Sean Penn winning the SAG, and he had kind of
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
kind of pushed out because of Skarsgård and things like that. So it's a very interesting thing on that realm.
Names, as soon as somebody says, I love my mom, I love my mom. Okay.
Wait, you
And
love
then,
your mom? Oh my God, I love my mom.
right.
Now let's get
Like,
married.
this is what we're basing a marriage on? No, there should be the hardest of conversations
Yeah,
happening
yeah,
before you decide, oh my God, I am so into this person that I could probably overlook the
sure.
physical things about them
Right.
that do not work. You've done great things. You've done
Hmm.
a lot in your career, but know your lane. You're not a Super Bowl type
Yeah.
of artist, and it's fine.
Friends in real life.
I am in charge of the girls.
Because all I do is dress and rest.
Big fun. Big fun. Isn't that what you had? Contrary to popular opinion, I'm the head nigger in charge. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
And when you look at the credit,
Yeah.
the girlies are there.
Good Times just always it just felt too sad every time. I was like, they keep calling it Good Times, but like every episode is like, Lord, where's the money?
And that's friends in real life.
Welcome back to the both of us. I'm Chris.
Tristan.
Yeah, and this is Friends in Real Life. Well, thank you for joining. I wasn't sure if you were coming back after you banged on me very, very old school, like hang up the phone vibes, which I haven't had happen to me in a long time. So I guess I deserved it, but
For
nonetheless,
sure you did. For sure you did. Because the way you love to play,
it's true.
but this is very us,
Yeah.
right? Like the
Uh-huh.
whole thing was very like, we know what happened.
Yeah.
You say something crazy.
Sure. Sure. Let's go with that. Yeah.
I know exactly what you're referring to.
Right.
And then I'm like, um,
Yeah.
are you okay? So yeah, that was one of those situations where only a select few of us in our friend group would know what that was in reference to.
Right. Yeah.
Uh, but that's enough. Like that.
I mean, you know what? That's fair because it's one thing to have it in a group chat. It's quite another to have it on YouTube and all streaming services.
Hello. Hello.
Sorry for
So we will never reveal,
no, not at all. Lips are sealed from now
but
on. My
that
bad.
just in case it gets back to, the wrong folks. But it was all innocent, it was all cute, and it was all in good fun,
Yes.
but it was also a little messy. So we will
No, that's kind of my brand, I have to say.
that that is very much on brand. And me just stopping and leaving is also very much
Yeah, yeah. You're like, I'm out. Like, I'm not doing
on
this.
brand. I'm
Like,
not doing it with you. No, I'm not doing it. I'm a runner and a track star, honey. I will leave the situation.
wow.
in a heartbeat. All right. So, but that was funny. And I felt like it was so authentically us.
Hmm.
I was like, we just got to keep that. Like that's really how it happened.
Yeah.
And, and it was
No,
all
for sure.
natural and unplanned and unrehearsed as all of these things are. So I just felt like it was worth it to just keep it how it was. And, those who know.
If you know,
So
you know, I mean,
no.
that's
If you know,
what it
you
is. And maybe it flew over overheads, like who knows? Like okay. All right. Well, all right. We're gonna keep it
will
coming.
see.
Right,
Um,
exactly. Oh, yikes. All right, well, check it. So we have a lot to talk about today. A lot has happened since we recorded. So we want to kind of get into it. So the first thing that's on top of mind for me was Super Bowl halftime show. We don't really care about that game. Happy Patriots loss, keeping it moving. Like none of
I
our
don't
teams
even
are in
know who,
there.
who won again because I couldn't even.
The Seahawks.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, the Seahawks. So they got their chance to get their lick back, so to speak, the way that your team got their lick back last year. So I respect it. You know what I mean? But yeah, so Super Bowl halftime show, aka Benito Bowl. Man, I have to say I really, really enjoyed this. And of course, as usual, it both entertained and sparked some controversy and some conversation, as Super Bowl halftime shows tend to do, especially as of late. So yeah, I mean, I think that like for me, I'll just give my quick synopsis. I really really enjoy what Bad Bunny did. I think that he took the balance of cultural relevancy, but also it wasn't downtrodden, which I was a little concerned it might be, just given historically what's going on right now from a
Right.
historic standpoint. But he kept it very joyful. I thought the styling was cool. I thought the choreography was great. I thought the surprise of Gaga coming out was I was sure was unexpected. I thought for sure it was going to be like just Cardi or J Lo or somebody like that, and
Right.
I'm glad it was not. Like I
That
think that
was not J-Lo.
yeah,
I would have liked to have seen, I mean, because we've seen it before with
yeah,
J-Lo,
yeah,
but I would have liked for Cardi to have actually performed with
yeah, yeah. I
um
agree.
that was a missed opportunity. But I get it. She was there,
She was there.
definitely had to make some kind of an appearance just off of the strength of, but
Well,
yeah,
she had the double whammy. She had what now her ex, and then she had him. So it's like Bad Bunny. So she had to be there in the building. She was working. She was
yeah,
supporting at one point.
right.
So yes, but yeah, I agree that probably was a missed opportunity to have her do more than just kind of um, dance behind.
Pop out. Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
they
yeah.
could have had John Hamm for that. They could have got rid of Jessica Alba for that. Like that. I don't know what happened with
The
Shorty.
John Hamm of it all was really throwing me off a little bit. Is he
Well,
Latino? Is
no, he's
he?
not. It's John Hamon actually, and no, no, but no, but because
Juan Ramon is
Ron
not.
Hamon, see, claro que sí. No, it's because
Okay.
of when he was doing the concerts, like John had went viral being on stage dancing with him. So that's why I think they kind of like circled
Okay.
back on that. But yeah, overall, I thought it was really good. And I don't really have any notes at all, really. Like I was pleasantly surprised, happily, loved the music, and honestly enough, it's probably the one I've watched back the most in a very long time.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
like I listened to the music. I loved the rendition of Die with a Smile. I liked just kind of like the way he kind of interpolated different records. I liked all the references, the kid falling asleep at the wedding. I liked that they actually got married. Like all those things were just
That's
it's
true.
just really, I mean, just like Chef's Kiss, like just so good. So I enjoyed it. And then I kind of just stopped caring about the game after and just had some drinks. Like, I was just like, all
Yeah,
right.
it never gave for the game for me at all. I was just like, I'm not interested. But yeah, I agree. I thought the performance was awesome. I thought all the references were great. Um, I don't understand how we got to Chris Brown somehow injecting himself into
Oh, yeah.
it,
Oh.
but
Well, it's like clockwork every year, it seems now, right? Like every year he's gonna say, "What about me?" You know, like it's very Effie White of him, and I think that like, but here's the thing, like, and I guess
Happy we all got paid, okay?
right,
Don't know why you think yours is any
you
more.
you are in trouble, like, and now we're telling you it's all over, like this is what happened. No, but look, I think that he's been talking about this for a long time. You know, he's been feeling slighted in general, right? Beyond Super Bowl, right? He's been feeling slighted about his place and recognition of his talent. Sans what happens. Well, people will say it's just the Rihanna thing. I guess that's the major one, but Buddy's got all kinds of allegations and restraining orders and things against him that I think have contributed to that. I don't think it's just that one incident. But, then he was like a few years ago, he was supposed to perform at the American Music Awards, I think, or Billboard Awards, supposed to do some Michael Jackson tribute. Last minute, they pulled it because of his image. So I understand his like
I remember
frustration
all
there,
that. I
right?
remember all that.
But, I think in this past year, sorry, last year, he, did this whole Chris Brown Bowl, Breezy Bowl was sort of his auditioning campaigning maybe to like say like I can do stadium shows. I deserve to do stadium shows. Why am I not being considered for one of the biggest stadium shows, which is the Super Bowl halftime show, right? Now, here's the thing.
I can't even believe this is a question, but go ahead.
So, here's the thing. I think I understand like from a very fundamental place, the show is 12 to 15 minutes, right? So if you're an artist and you can't do a 12 to 15-minute show, you really can't be considered decent, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like even Samantha Mumba probably could do, you know what I'm saying? Like but like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's people that's another straight because she deserves. There's a like, like you could do it, right? I don't know why he thinks it's his time. I don't know why he thinks that this is what the world wants. I'm
I don't
not
know if
sure
he thinks
what
he has the songs for it. What
he would have.
consistent hits does Chris Brown have that
Yeah,
could start a Super Bowl performance?
I guess
Quickly,
he would have to do like
tell me quickly,
run it,
quickly.
run
What?
it forever, find China, loyal.
I know two out of those four songs that you named. One of them came out when I was fresh out of undergrad. What are
No,
we
for
talking
sure. No, for sure. For
like?
sure. For sure. Like because also speaking of people that he probably dated, I've heard Sierra's name get thrown in this conversation, as, it's her time and, blah, 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 blah. Sure. Like if they want to put them all together and do like a Willis in Park Super Bowl show, like it's like throw B2K in there, throw, like
I'm saying, like, are
throw
we
Cassie in
for,
there, throw the
like,
folks that were a part of that era. And yes, people will dance and be excited because we appreciate the culture of the records. I mean, throw Pretty Ricky in there, like and we Gucci, right? So
I could name you 10 songs by all of them collectively that would equal Super Bowl performance.
yeah, yeah.
You've got to just start being realistic. Like, even if we took all of Chris Brown's indiscretions off the table
Sure. Which
and
I'm
let,
doing for the sake of this
yeah,
conversation.
for the sake of this conversation, I'm not even going to inject his personal
Not at
stuff.
all. No.
Baby, your music.
Hmm.
I still don't even know. All right, no shade. I still don't even know why he got the stadiums, like those concerts were packed.
Yeah, but to the point, right? Like people do love Chris Brown, right? And I think it's interesting because he says a lot about feeling like his career didn't fans of his are always say like his career didn't get the shot it deserved maybe because of what happened, but I'm actually disagree with that. I think he has the exact career that he was meant to have. I think he's making the exact music he wanted to make. I think he's still selling out the tours, whether or not the mic is on, whether or not the cocaine is taken. Like he is still, people are still going to see him. People are still hitting him up to produce their records, to write on his projects. Like the man puts out an album with 50, 70 songs and everyone listens, not everyone, but like people listen to them. They don't go double wood. They don't like people, he's injected himself into different genres. He's got the Afrobeat records. Like he's having the career he's supposed to have. He was not trying to
Doing
be
okay.
the pop star that was doing double mint gums records. Like that was never his thing, in my opinion, right? So, Christopher Maurice Brown, I don't know why. And also I think my issue with it all, because even if he feels like he deserves to be considered, I'm not mad at that feeling. That was Lil Wayne in the same breath. That was all these things. But like the way he was making it seem like the show was so bad that it's time for him is where I could take issue.
Yeah, that
That's
was
where I take issue. Because
yeah.
like stop it. That show was good. That show was good. He killed it. It was well done. Like
Right.
you can't do that. So
Like
but
this whole the game needs me thing with him.
like the game as the rapper or as the game like the
No,
TV show?
the game needs me as in a general
Okay. Because those are the
sense.
only ones I could think of. Like the fifth reboot of the game, put Chris Brown in it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? The game needs a hook on one of his new songs. Not mad at it. Put Chris Brown in. 1000%. No. Yeah.
No, I'm just, him constantly thinking that he deserves to be in like certain conversations is just odd to me because it's not like he's ever truly been like without a fan base. You know what I
Correct.
mean? Like even
Correct.
when, and I just feel like, can't you just be grateful for that? Like,
No.
can't you, like, after all the shit you've done,
Right.
can't you just be happy that you still can sell out a
Right.
tour, that
Right.
you still can get people interested in your music,
Right.
that you're still around to pop lock another day?
Right.
Like, why must you keep trying to be? And I would say the same thing to Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
You've done great things. You've done
Hmm.
a lot in your career, but know your lane. You're not a Super Bowl type
Yeah.
of artist. And it's fine. And
Yeah.
it's fine. You know what I
Right.
mean?
It's
Like
totally fine. It's actually more than fine.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Like we've never wanted that from you. We've never needed it from you. And it's not really applicable to the course of your career.
Right. Right.
Like the songs that we know are like literally like the songs that we know.
Yeah. Right. Right.
While I don't claim to know everything in Bad Bunny's catalog,
Right. For sure.
I still know that that music is way more universal than Run It. I'm
The
sorry. Like,
folks, when you go out to clubs and stuff, there was a whole era of people holding up their phones, Bad Bunny, please, Bad Bunny, please. Like people want to hear those records. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't say the same. I know I can't say the same for Chris Brown. Now, I'm not saying people don't listen to his music. 'Cause before people come in my comments and say all kinds of shady things, like I've had my, comments about that man for many, many years, but I'm not going to deny that he has a fan base or that he has talent. Like those are two things I can't, refute. But anyway. Well, let me ask you this, since we're talking about that. Who is someone you think should do it next year? It's in LA, right? Shout out to that. I don't know if that matters, but it shouldn't because it apparently matters a little Wayne,
shouldn't,
but
but
but sometimes it does. But like, who do you think would be, or maybe you don't? I don't
I
know.
can't even think of anyone, which is so sad because I feel like all the people that I would want to
Have
see
done
do
it.
it have done it.
Yeah.
Who's up next?
I mean, I'll tell you the two people I thought of. Um, I would love a redo for Janet. I feel
Mm,
like I mean at this point, I mean she'll be 60, so that may not be it. Like not that she can't, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
but I feel like she deserves a redo for many reasons. Obviously because of what happened, but also because she didn't even get the full 15 minutes. She had to share with Diddy and Kid Rock, which that aged well, and like you know what I'm saying, like all of that. So I would love her to have a redo where it's just her and she could really give the show that she should have then. And then I'm also not mad, even though I'm kind of about him in general lately, is Jay doing it. I feel like he's been the one behind the scenes of it for the last few years. There's talk of him putting out a new project this year or doing some sort of anniversary of Reasonable Doubt, which would be, I think, I think that would be next year, right? We know about 96 and 97.
I think it was
Um,
96.
yeah, so well within the whatever, but like I think that could be interesting. And then if you went pure nostalgia and went boy band versus girl group. So if you brought back Backstreet Boys, you brought back Spice Girls, you brought back En Vogue, you brought like you go really that way. And
Wow.
then
Yeah.
lastly, if she was in a better place mentally, I would say Britney, but she ain't there yet. Although she's done it before, right? She's been part of it, but with other people. But those are people I could think of. But I also struggled, which I guess is to the point, right? Like if everyone has done it now, I guess it's time for Chris Brown or Sierra or like, you know,
Yeah, maybe we do need to let the next string of players come
yeah,
and do a little something.
yeah,
I just don't see it being exciting. I don't see it people caring enough. I mean, it would definitely be, the controversy side that we
sure,
would seem to be a thing now with every
sure,
super.
yeah,
But actual like, oh my God, I have to see this performance type thing. I don't know what it would do, especially because the past few performances have had two things. They've
hmm
had the star who was at like the height of their whatever,
yeah,
like
yeah,
that year leading up to the Super Bowl, they owned that year
yep,
musically. And then you have there being some kind of like drama associated with
hmm
the artist, right? Like
sure,
for Rihanna, even though she didn't have anything super controversial going on, she had the pregnancy announcement.
right,
So,
right,
and Kendrick obviously, did his thing, and we all know what went with that. And then, Bad Bunny's was extremely political
sure,
because of, all the things. So it's just like you have to have a little bit of
hmm
thing.
something has to be happening.
Also, yeah, like to also build on the excitement of people wanting to see your performance,
Yeah.
there also needs to be something else going on with you as an artist that will have a bunch of different groups of people showing up to see what's going on. And I
Mhm.
just don't think that Chris Brown and, his legacy of DV is going to be, the thing that gets everybody running to their TVs. Like, what else
Yeah.
have you done
Yeah.
that would, so yeah, I don't know. I'm not mad at that idea of the boy bands and girl.
hmm
That would be cute. I
Because I
think
know
that
that like, 90s, 2000s nostalgia is a thing. Those people are still performing, right? Like Backstreet Boys has a residency, like, NSYNC, minus Noodlehead, perhaps, like the things. But um yeah, he's good. He's done too. He's okay.
Noodle.
He's all right. He'll be fine.
For those who don't know who Noodlehead is,
Oh, they know
please.
who Noodlehead is. They know who neck braids is. They know who's wearing FUBU and who was, lighter than alabaster skin. They know all about it. All right. All right. I'm gonna move over. So, but yeah, so that's that. All
I
right.
hate
So,
that.
so yeah, so we'll see what happens. We have a few months, obviously, quite a few months, but we'll see what goes on. Maybe it's Breezy Bowl. Who knows? All right. So speaking of, well, listen, things that have happened, the awards season is still kicking heavy. Since we last talked, there's been BAFTA, there's been SAG or Actor Awards now. For some reason, it's gone through another
Yeah, they
stage.
changed this name all randomly, and
Yeah,
I'm just like, why?
it
And
keeps throwing me
also,
off.
we're never going to call it that. It's like the
We're not.
state.
We're not calling it the Actor Awards.
Oh,
Okay,
the same way I'm never calling the Staples Center Crypto.com Arena is the same way I'm never going to be calling
I feel it.
those
I feel it.
awards, the actor awards. It's so generic and weird. Like, why would they?
And
I
then
mean,
it's like, no, go
the
ahead.
name of the award is the actor, like the
Right.
way the Academy Award is the Oscar. And so I
Sure.
already knew that, but I'm like, I wasn't really sure what the point was in that. And also, it just got announced, I feel like, the day of the awards. And I was like,
1,000%. Who made this decision?
but
Unclear.
it was like a last minute decision, like 5 minutes before they started like
Yeah.
lining up to hit the red carpet. Like, when did we decide this? It's so strange. But yeah, so it was BAFTA first, then and NAACP, and then
Yes,
last.
I'm so sorry. Yes, 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 yes. And obviously, I mean, look, how do we want to address this? So obviously, well, first of all, it's interesting because with the exception of the Image Awards, BAFTA, Critics' Choice, uh, Actor or SAG kind of help to define where we're going to end up for the Oscars. And usually, if there's like, like a sweep or something, we're like, okay, it's
Mhm.
looking like this. But now it's shifted, right? Now there's been some very important shifts, right? Now Wumi has entered, the chat as far as a supporting actress win, right? Like now Michael B. Jordan has an actor award, right? And he's pretty much gotten nothing other than, red carpet time for the award season
Yeah.
until now. Sinners winning best film. So it's getting interesting. It's getting interesting. Sean Penn winning the SAG, and he had kind of been
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
kind of pushed out because of Skarsgård and things like that. So it's a very interesting thing on that realm. And I'm excited to see what happens. But I guess before we go there, we have to talk about what happened at the BAFTAs. Um,
Okay, before we get into that,
mhm.
let's take like a little 2 minute,
Okay.
because yeah, that whole thing is very strange to me.
Yeah.
So let's pay some bills, as they say, and then
I'll
come
pay the
from.
bills. All right. Sounds good. Okay, and we're back. Thank you for listening to those advertisements. Bye.
Or listening to us go, run to the bathroom right
Right,
quick, or
exactly. I mean, that's better, right?
refresh
Uh,
a drink, whatever. Yeah, so these weird, strange BAFTA awards,
yeah.
which from what I hear, were going just fine until Tourette's Gate happened.
Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing, and I want to be very mindful of this conversation because I do respect and understand what Tourette's is and that it is involuntary, right? Like it's an involuntary language or tics or things that you can't control, like, and it tends to, for whatever reason, be profane, right? It's not, no, don't do that. Don't do that, Chris. Never mind. So it's not pleasant things. It's not like, save the earth. It's not like things that are like supposed to,
Right,
go
right.
green. Like it's not that, right? So that part I understand, because it would be the same thing if it was, well, not same, so to speak, but if it was like, and I don't curse team folks, everyone, so, but if it was like F word B about a woman, then it'd be like, yo, that's crazy, like, whatever, but it is kind of involuntary. I think the issue for me is I think if they could have just muted it or not aired it because it wasn't live. And when the guy said Free Palestine, they went ahead and took that out. So that to me is one. Two, if it were about a different group of people, I think that it wouldn't have gotten the same grace extended, right? And then again, it's like the irony of these cast members, these actors having to endure this and not while out and not respond, and which is the how we have to deal with racism in general. We're supposed to turn the other cheek. We're supposed to be understanding. We're supposed to make space. Which I need to tell you, by the way, sorry, this is the tangent, but I got a similar situation where this dude, an Uber driver, Lyft driver, asked me to explain what I was doing in Oakland, how Black people got to the West Coast, and were all slave owners bad. Right.
I'm
But
sorry, what?
yeah, 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 yeah. But Waymo's the devil, right? Look, this is what I be trying to tell you. This is why I be staying out of those. 'Cause
Well,
I
two
have,
things can be true for
I,
the
I got the face that says, "Tell me your trauma." But yeah, but anyway, but so and I had to sort of not go off and just kind of like because also I'm in a car with this person. I can't be
right.
saying how I really feel, and then I'm getting tossed out like Jazz from Fresh Prince, right? So like I had to like and then ultimately complain later and get my money back. But the point is, like, there is a understanding that we have to have as Black people against really disgusting commentary. And so the fact that they were trying to act like that was wrong, people felt away is nuts. Um,
That was the thing. I was like, so we're just supposed to be okay with imagine
yeah,
you're at an award show,
right.
dressed to the nines,
Hmm.
you're up for winning. Everything about this night is supposed to be about you and the work you've done,
Yeah,
you feeling good about that, and possibly being recognized for it
yeah.
amongst, the
Mhm.
elite in your field. And then all of a sudden, the whole thing gets overshadowed by somebody's involuntary whatever, because I get it too.
Yeah,
I don't get it to the degree of, well, this is just, what comes out of their mouths. I don't understand the science behind that. I
yeah.
don't understand why it's a disorder or a whatever that automatically leads you to saying some of the most vile things that you can think of unless it's in you. I'm sorry. Like,
Okay, okay.
and maybe I'm wrong and don't get the neurology behind it, but
Hmm.
I don't think I would be running around
Right.
saying certain things
Yeah.
unless they were lying dormant in me and
Mm.
I did not have the control to keep them from coming out.
Hmm.
So I still think, I'm sorry, there's still a mind frame that goes along
There.
even with the disorder. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to excuse that because this person can't control themselves.
Yeah. Because I,
And
I wonder, yeah, because to that point, sorry not to cut you off, but because like, I mean, I can't profess to know enough about people with Tourette syndrome. So that's my own ignorance there, perhaps. But like, will Black people have it? Do they say racist things against white folk? I've never heard of that, right? I've never heard
me
of
either.
it.
Me
I've
either.
only, this is actually, and actually, this is the first time I've actually heard someone say something that direct. I've heard curse words. I've heard,
Yes,
that kind of
I've
stuff.
always heard the profanity,
Yeah.
but this is new.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's new to a lot of people. You know what I mean? Even within the community.
Sure. Because
You
I know
know,
it wants to be like, actually, no, it happens to me all the time. No one said,
yeah, nobody wants to sit up there and own that. So, it's unfortunate. It's very
for sure.
unfortunate. But I don't know. This is not the time for asking Black people to have grace in certain spaces. I'm sorry.
On
Like,
Black History Month, when we're dealing with enough,
hello.
like, and then to have like Alan Cummings be like, oh yeah, if you heard that, like, apologies, profane language. It's like, but again, you guys made the choice to air this. You
Why
did
did
not
you
have to. Why would you air it?
why would you air it? Let's take what happened out.
Yeah. Why would you air it?
Because let's just, we've all accepted that was beyond everybody's control.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
But then for this particular set of folks who run this award show to
Hmm.
go ahead and decide, see, to me, that y'all are being funny.
Right.
We're trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is an example
Yep.
of the people who think they're not racist
Right. Yeah.
showing just exactly who and how they really are.
Yep. Yep.
So going forward, not that I ever watched those awards anyway,
Right. You don't in general, but for sure not that. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't because there's when I started hearing about all the ways that they've edited things before so that certain stuff didn't come out, and then found out that they edited other things from that night,
Right.
and yet every editor turned a blind eye to this.
Hmm.
No, you cannot convince me that that is not on
Yeah, because
purpose.
you edit out curse words in general. Like you can't even with the whole Will Smith slap heard around the world thing. A lot of that we never heard because we had to wait for the Australian or whatever broadcast to hear the full diatribe, right? So they can make the choices. They've done it all the time. People get like, I remember even like I want to say during this award season when Oh Boy won for adolescence. the one who presents white but is actually like mixed or black.
Mhm,
I think he
mhm.
said Bumblecott, and they took that out.
See,
So y'all know what you're doing. You know when to press the red edit button, and everything's on a 5 second delay because of Super Bowl we talked about in the previous segment. So and
exactly.
nothing is fully live. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
This is another, to me, like humiliation thing
yeah,
for the clear winner of
yeah,
everything.
yeah,
Like, let's be real.
yeah.
And them just trying to taint the momentum that this movie has gotten. And
Hmm.
that shit is just corny to me. I'm sorry. Like I
Yeah.
will you will have to do a lot to convince me that that was not all orchestrated. I'm sorry. Like
Okay.
I don't like the feeling around that at all.
Yeah.
And everybody could have done better. Because if this, okay, whatever, I wouldn't have come as the person with Tourette's.
Yeah. Well, because their movie was nominated.
I understand,
Yeah, you
but
still wouldn't have come.
listen,
Yeah.
if I know that this is what's going to happen and
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck is coming out of my mouth,
Yeah.
I'm not coming.
Yeah.
Like everybody needed an ounce of discernment in this moment that was not being exercised.
Yeah.
And regardless of what you have, we're all adults.
Yeah.
This was a grown ass man. This is not some 6-year-old child who's also, because
Yeah.
of,
Sure,
brain
sure, sure.
not fully developed, also doesn't know any better, and then also has this on top of it. No,
Yeah.
this is everybody could have done better, including the person we're supposed to be showing a little grace towards
Yeah.
because of the obvious.
Yeah.
It just sounds like a lot of excuses to me that don't really fit here. So that's my thought on that. Um, what other awards have you? Oh, did you have anything else for that, or can we
No,
roll
we
it?
can move on. You
Because
said
that
it.
got
You
me a
said,
little
yeah,
annoyed.
I know, I know. We could move on to
I'm a little annoyed.
the support
And
of our.
again,
Yeah, go ahead.
maybe I need to do a little bit more. Tourette's is not one of those things that, you know, people are just,
Yeah. It's very. It's. I want to say it's rare, but it
yeah.
definitely it's not as common as perhaps it existing in real life, right? And yeah, I definitely feel like regardless of what happened with that dude and what he said, there were ways that they could have made that right.
Yeah.
They didn't have to air it. They could have made the dude apologize. They could have done other things because if it had been any of us, we would have been right up there making the apology so people felt better, right?
Mhm.
Um, again, going back to Super Bowl. So, anyway, but speaking of, one thing the Image Awards, I just want to say shout out to that. I think shout out to Dion Cole for hosting. Shout out to that award show is always so interesting because it is truly the awards that is for us by us, right? And even more so than a lot more serious, I think, than like a BET Awards, right? Or even a Soul Train Awards because it crosses different, parts of our creative expression. But yeah, shout out to the winners there. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan for winning Entertainer of the Year, which sure. Sure. I mean, in a category with like Doechii and folk, I feel like that's weird because he also, I think, won actor. So I was like, just give him actor. Like, I don't know if he was like
Yeah.
across the I would rather give it to Ryan Coogler. You know what I mean? Like, if we're gonna go there,
Yeah.
like, so that's my only thing about that. But sure. And everyone I thought really put on for it, and looked great, and just like it was good to see that the Kerry Washingtons of it all, and like I was happy that a lot of times with those award shows, like we just don't show up to them, right? So it's like you get like, oh, this girl was, in the Lifetime movie, this girl was, from the Sisters soundtrack. Like it's not even like so
Yep.
it was nice to like see everybody there having a good time, again, I say shout out to Deion Cole. Of course, he had made a Nicki joke, and the fans have got at him crazy, talking about that's why your mom died and all this kind of stuff like that, which is terrible.
They
Isn't that
said
awful?
your mom.
Well, your mom was fat, and so you have some nerve talking about people, and like that's the kind of fan she has, right?
What is wrong with them?
And so, of course, you know him. He reposted it all because he's like, well, like you know what I'm saying, like, and obviously, anyone's parent passing is sad, but he was really rocked by that. Um,
Yes, yes.
like he was really rocked by that.
His
That
whole he had
passing,
a
of
comedy
course.
special. One of his comedy specials
Right.
was like, no, that we didn't need to do that. They
You
didn't
need
need
to
to.
do that, right? But this is what happens. But yeah, so I was really pleased with the Image Awards. I was also really pleased with the actors. I think that like the folks that were there were having a good time. I think the winners, like I said, with Michael B. Jordan winning actor, with Sinners winning film, with like for some other shows I watched that were really great, one like the studio cleared up as far as like best comedy and best comedic actor. Also, like Catherine O'Hara got, an award for her work on the studio. I just thought that it was really well done, and right. That award show to me is always the one that gets it right.
Yeah,
So
they get it. They get it right usually.
yeah.
What really struck me about that particular award show, because we already talked about how my patience is not set up to watch those shows in their totality, but I did see the in memoriam.
Man.
They ate down
Hmm.
with that one, okay?
Yeah.
Like when I tell you they cleared
Yeah.
that in memoriam,
Yeah.
I got so emotional. First of all, that part always makes
Oh,
me
1000%. It's the saddest thing
I
ever
lose.
every time.
I lose it
Yeah.
because the way they roll those montages, and then you are like immediately transported to every memory that is
Yeah.
attached to
Yeah.
that, actor and their work and all of
Yeah.
the things. Here's the shocker. I didn't know until the in memoriam that Tristan Rogers died.
Yeah.
I don't know if I knew that and forgot.
A
I
lot of
wouldn't have forgotten that. I wouldn't have forgotten that.
yeah.
But for those who don't know, that is where my name came from.
Right. Yes.
Rogers from General
Yes.
Hospital,
Yes. Yes.
probably
Yes.
responsible for any 80s baby that is named Tristan.
Yeah.
So when I saw that come up, I was like, when did that happen? Like they really did a nice job with
Yeah.
that and did not leave anybody out. And it was truly like a weird, like, damn, it doesn't
Still
even seem like it's
going?
been long enough, right? It doesn't even
Right.
seem like time has gone
Yeah.
all those people to be gone, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this is where it happened. And as it got closer to the end of it, the Catherine O'Hara, then Diane Keaton, then I
Woof.
was like, okay, I can't.
Woof. Woof.
It's
Woof. Woof. Woof.
like I can't.
No.
Too much. Robert Redford, like, what are we talking about right now?
It's
Like,
it's
these people are not here? That's crazy.
it is really, I mean, without getting emotional, I will say that like, in memoriams have always been tough, like for me in general, right? And obviously, I've told everyone that like, one of my friends passed and like she was in an in memoriam. So like it's always like a really tough part for me to watch. And just in general, it's just sad. Like something about the way that they put that music, whatever song, it doesn't matter. It could be the happy birthday song. And somehow the rendition they do, it
They
makes
will
you
make it a
they
tearjerker.
will make it, I'm like, this is like, how did you turn, uh, juvenile into like, it's always something ridiculous. Like, how'd you make this version of the song? And then like the film, like the clips they pick that they
Mhm.
put to
Sound
the
bites
song
that they
and the
pick.
sound bites they pick, and then like you like, wait, that person died, and like sometimes you like there's a few people like, oh, I didn't know that person. Okay, cool, but like in general, this one, I was like, I know like all these people. When I saw the Tristan Rogers, I thought about you because like also my brother was also named Tristan, almost named Tristan because of that actor, and
Yeah,
then. Yeah, and also oftentimes with these award shows, no matter what it is, whether it's our shows or these shows, they forget someone. Someone gets left out, and it's like, damn, you really forgot this person. But
yeah.
no, they hit it. Whoever was on their research team was on it.
Did their big one for
Um, yeah. Well, now that we're sad,
I know
um,
I'm depressed,
yeah,
so
so great. So I'm gonna close the laptop and have a good cry. But no, but no, looking forward to award season. In a few weeks, it's Oscars. It's gonna be, that's we're
Mhm.
all like this, trying to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Looking forward to it. And no matter what happens at this point, I feel good about it. I feel good about this award season. I think it's been one of the better ones, which I'm surprised about because I thought it was going to be kind of just straight. I mean, some things are straightforward. Like Jessie Buckley's got it. I think we said that in a previous episode. Like she's won everything. Everything she's been nominated in, she's won.
Yeah. And okay. And so remind me, this is sentimental value
She's in Hamnet.
or this is Hamnet actress? Okay.
Yeah.
I saw Hamnet.
Right. You did. Yeah.
And let me tell you, give
Mhm.
that lady all of the things, okay?
Yeah.
Like, I am so torn by these
I
nominations
know.
for the acting
I know.
in both categories, for the men and the women, but especially for the women.
Yeah.
Out of all the things that I've seen so far,
Yeah.
I can't be mad.
It's
Like if this,
really hard. It's really hard.
I
It's
cannot be
it's
mad at this woman winning.
like I will say I'm not as torn when it comes to the men as far as actor, and I haven't seen enough of the other people in that category to really say it yet. So I feel like that's the one category I need to see some more to have a
Yeah.
full. But like best supporting actress, I'm completely like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? And the same with best supporting actor. I'm like, they're all good.
It's
Like they're
hard.
all good. Like it's like if any one of them win, I would be like, okay. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
wouldn't be because the performances are that good. But yeah, we'll be staying tuned to that. All right. Well, we probably should take another break here because, of course, we believe in duality here. And so, for all the great things that we've watched and consumed, we got to talk about the stuff on the other side that is like, yo, what the bleep out word is that? And are
I'd
you
have to
serious?
jump in with the profanity where
Yeah, you
necessary.
should. Oh my God. Or if we should have like I press a button and it'll be you saying it. Like, so we'll take a little break here and then we'll talk about, I don't know. Is Love Blind? Are you in the running to become America's Next Top Model?
Oh,
Like,
Tyra, girl. Yes.
listen. So her and her ice cream we'll come back to and talk about in a few minutes. All right. Okay, we are back. So, well, listen, every season I tell myself I'm not going to watch Love is Blind anymore because it's unserious. Nick Lachey and Vanessa are annoying. They're not good hosts. The couple's love is not blind. It's beyond blurry at this point. It's like me with my glasses off in the morning. I can kind of see, but not really, And yet here I am, season 10, tuned in. So
In. I said I was over it too. I said I was over it too, but then somebody pulls me back. Somebody always says, "Are you watching Love is Blind?" And I'm
yes,
like, should I be? Because
you're
I was
right.
trying to wean myself off of the nonsense.
Yes, yes.
Right. And then when you start, you're locked in.
You're
Once
locked
you
in.
start, there's no turning back.
Right.
These people are exhausting. Okay.
Hmm.
These people are exhausting. I still stand by these people are too young to be.
Well, for the most part, yeah, because sometimes there'll be folks that are like in their late 30s, and then it's like, do you still think that's too young?
Um, it shouldn't be, but the
Right.
mentalities are always still
Yeah.
sus, even at that
Yes.
age. But
Yes.
the 20 somethings are for sure.
Oh yeah.
They they're not ready. They shouldn't even be a part of it. I'm sorry. Like you shouldn't even be allowed to be on that show unless you're 30
I agree. I
older.
agree.
Because the way these kids are showing up and being completely unserious about the whole process is
Hmm.
starting to be a lot. We already know that going into an experiment like this, you really have to be the type of person who does not care about looks. It can't be, oh, I usually care about looks, but now I'm going to stop caring about looks because
Right.
now I want to find love.
Yeah.
No, that is not realistic.
No.
It's
No.
not realistic. I'm so tired of these people who so obviously are not attracted to each other once they see each other,
Right. Yeah.
trying to pretend that that it's about anything other than the fact that you're not physically attracted to this person.
Right.
Because if you were, you would be able to put all of the other things
Hmm.
that you're trying to blame this lack of connection on, you'll be able to put all of that aside, okay?
Yeah.
Devontae, that
Woof.
kid Devontae,
Yeah.
so listen, you've never been with a black woman before. You're not attracted to black women, even though you are clearly biracial.
Right. Your
And
name is
guess
Devontae. Like it
what?
can't.
Hello,
Right.
right? But okay, you're one of those that did not come up around your people, and it's fine.
Yeah.
But please, for the love of God, stop trying to blame it on all of the other things. Like, that's the part that really annoys me. It's like, you know what? I'm really just, I thought that I would be able to do this experiment. I thought I was a little bit more,
Yeah.
ev- a little bit more mature, but
Yep.
I actually do have a preference. And I'm realizing now that it's more important to me than I thought before I came here.
Yep.
So let me not waste your time and mine
Right.
and put an end to this now in
Yeah.
Mexico,
Right.
which is where their whole situation, Davante and old girl's situation, never should have left Mexico. They
Yeah.
were already not doing the things right.
Or doing
You know,
the things, it seems. Like they
we're
weren't
not doing any of
even.
the things. Yeah. She's forcing it for sure.
Yeah.
Because
She's trying to make it
yeah,
work.
she doesn't want to lose. She wants to get married.
Yeah.
He's not interested. He would rather be with the blonde, long-haired blonde. She's with the guy with the beard, who the nomad. That's what I call him. I call him Nomad and Blondie. The one who
Like kind of like a stockier guy.
soccer coach. He was a soccer coach. He doesn't stay in one place. He's lived
Yes.
in
Yes.
all
Yes.
these
Yes. Yes.
places.
Yes.
Has lived in all these different places.
Yes.
Sir, why did you think you were ready
Wait,
to
he is he the one that sorry, I know we always talk about this because like I forget these people's names. I have to
I
kind
don't
of
know their
remember their
names. No, I don't
stories.
know their
So
names.
you're talking about the one who says she's like 32 but looks much older. And then and she's there's a girl that has a kid, not the girl with the kid.
Oh, no, 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 not the girl with the kid.
Okay.
Not the girl with the kid. Because she's with a kind of burly
Yeah.
beard
Yeah.
lumberjack kind of dude too. No, not her.
So Alex,
She's
maybe talking about.
32, the
No, I
girl with
think
the
she said she was in her 30s, and I was like, sure. Um,
okay.
okay.
Anyway.
Maybe it was Alex, because Alex is the was the one whose dude also does not like her. And he was the one that was like in Austin with the travel
Yes,
nurse.
yes, yes. And he has said repeatedly that
Right.
he likes darker women with darker
Right.
features, which
Yes.
to them means
Right. Brunette.
old girl who Devontae is ignoring. I feel like they should just switch.
Swap. Yeah, this is swap. Yeah.
Just
Yep.
swap. And then we might
Yeah.
have something. But
Yeah.
the couples as they are right now, I
No,
don't
I
see
don't
it.
see it for anyone. Only one I see it for is Victor and Christine. They're the ones that black dude with the locks and
Yeah.
who went to Malibu for some reason instead of Mexico. I don't know if you realize that.
Yeah. What was that all about?
So they claim the producers claim that they usually don't have that many couples go, and so they can't afford to, which is nuts. They can't afford to send all the couples, so they decided to send. They still wanted them to have a honeymoon experience, so they sent them to Malibu. Now I'm like, this is not on Zeus, and even Zeus has a budget, so I can't even give that to Zeus.
Right.
Like, so to me, it gives somebody don't have a passport, somebody's not allowed to leave the country, so they had to do something local because they
Mm,
can't do no tropical thing in Ohio, right? So it has to be, yeah, that's what I think. Because what do you
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
What do you
That's
mean?
weird. There's
Right?
no way that it's a budget issue for Netflix. Come
Right.
on.
And Netflix season 10, not Netflix season one, not when they're still trying to figure
This
it
is not
out.
a
Not
pilot episode. This
right.
is like literally we've been in this for a
Yeah.
while.
You get them apartments to live in. Like, stop it.
What are you talking
So
about?
yeah, so that's what they said. So they're the only couple that I see going for it. I'm not so sure about Emma. I think that's the Asian shorty who doesn't want kids, and dude clearly does want kids. Like to me, there's like this is the issue with me in this show. I understand going on a show because you're like, my love life hasn't really worked out, and I want to kind of see the experiment, see if I can meet someone. I mean, hell,
Right.
everyone was doing, well, not everyone, not you, but a lot of us were doing that in chat rooms and stuff. in the late 90s where it's like, you talk to someone, you might not see a picture till later, and then you're like, oh shoot, like, wow, they're not really what I expected, but like we have this vibe, blah, blah, blah.
I think a picture until later is nuts. I don't know. Listen, guys.
As the resident ugly on this conversation, I will say that sometimes it
You want
helps.
me to close this laptop on your ass again? Because I will, sir. Okay? Please.
What?
Make me
What?
check out for a second episode in a row. Okay? I'm not
That's
doing
gonna be the new sign off. You're just gonna close it. That's how we know
gonna
that
shut her
we're
down.
discussion.
I'm just gonna shut her down every time you say something.
Nah, but the all jokes aside, like, yeah, it is a little strange. But like my thing is like when you're in these pods, you're spending all this time talking to people, you should be asking the questions. First of all, I'm gonna tell you what I look like. I'm not gonna give you a celebrity doppelganger because that's nuts. But I need to know that even if you don't have a preference, you're okay with this. I'm a black dude. I'm not 6 feet. I got a stockier build. I got these like my family's West Indian. Like these are things that matter to me. So I would have or like, hey, I don't have a job right now. Hey, I don't believe in prenups. Hey, like whatever the case may be. What else were you talking about?
What are they talking about?
That you
What
fell in love?
I don't understand it. And I always want to give the benefit of the doubt and say maybe editing is doing something that, is just there to make things more interesting. So maybe they're
Mhm.
cutting out the more
Maybe.
serious conversations, but you can't even say that because then why are these things coming up after you guys have already gotten engaged? These are
Right.
conversations that should
Right.
have already taken place. And this is how you know these people are not serious.
Right.
These people are not serious at all. What are y'all bonding over? First of all,
People's names.
names. As soon as somebody says, I love my mom, I love my mom. Okay.
Wait, you
And
love your mom? Oh my God, I love my mom.
right.
Now let's get
Like,
married.
this is what we're basing a marriage on? No, there should be the hardest of conversations
Yeah.
happening
Yeah.
or you decide, oh my God, I am so into this person that I could probably overlook the
Sure.
physical things about them
Right.
that do not work, right? Nobody's doing that.
But then they'll do stuff like tell you your most darkest, deepest secret, like, or something so traumatic, like, oh, my mom, like one of the guys was like, yeah, my mom like had her foot amputated. Like that is some really, big, and I had to be care for her. But I'm not going to tell you that I didn't graduate high school. Like, what are we talking about? Like, we're like, how did we get? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like when you're, dating someone, you're getting to know them. Like, the more and more you talk, the more and more you peel back the layers. But you start with the surface. You can't just go from 0 to 60. You got to start with, I grew up in New York. I'm a this person. I do this for work. Then it's like, oh, I've only had a few relationships. Oh, like you go through the
You go through the things, and it's possible to go through those things quickly
yes,
because I've done it.
right, right,
So, like, it's not all you have to do is literally be talking. You just have
right.
to talk. And I don't know, maybe because they're talking to other people, right?
Right. Yeah.
You have to keep in mind that it's not just them and the one person, but it's like in that case, then you need to be sharing the things with all of the people
Everybody. You got
that
to
you have a
tell everybody
connection
your
with. You gotta
business.
tell yep, yep.
You got to, because even, I mean, even a speed dating situation, it's like the next person, you don't change the story. You got to tell them the same, like, you got to
Gotta
start from
tell them the
zero. Hey,
same
I'm such and
shit.
such. This is my thing, blah, 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 blah. So it definitely, and I wonder, like, we don't get the nitty gritty. So I don't know if it's like, you only have 30 minutes with this person and then the timer goes off and you got to go. Or like,
Yeah, the
you know,
time, like
like
what?
what constitutes, or like, are the producers are like, no, don't talk about that. You should talk about like this traumatic story, or like, don't actually mention that. Actually, cut. No, don't talk about that. Actually, like, I don't know
Yeah,
what they're
I
doing
need
to
to see
get
what the
the
direction. What's the direction going on in the background to get to where we are? Because
yeah.
right now it's not giving it, and it still will never touch what magic we
Sure.
found when it first aired, right?
Right.
With Lauren and
Yeah.
Cameron, and
Yeah.
I feel like they spent so much time in the earlier seasons on the getting to know you part.
Yes.
And there's been a shift
Yeah.
to
Now they rush because now they
they
realize that
rush
it's
through for the drama. Now they rush through
exactly.
for the drama.
Now they push for the drama. Now it's like, okay, we got to get through all these couples. And again, I feel like with the Lauren and Cameron of it all, it's like Cameron clearly liked black women. That was his thing. Like that was his probably his default. And I think Lauren was like, maybe not my default, but I'm open to it. And that's you kind of
Yes,
need one of
yes.
those or both of those, you know? And so yeah, like it's bad. It's bad news bears. And like I just feel like I wish that someone would ask those questions when they get to the actual reunion, but it's never that. And the reunions are getting even more and more unserious. Like the last
Reunions are
reunion,
getting
Chris Paul
nuts.
randomly, I'm like,
Yeah.
what's happening? Like, and they never take to task the shorties that do wrong on that show, ever.
Did you notice that Nick and Vanessa are not as visible this
Yeah,
season?
I did notice that.
Like, where were they during the
Yeah,
dress? Like, there's none of that, like,
no, they haven't. And
little,
maybe they understood
they
that
finally
like
got,
we don't need, we're actually not offering anything and people don't want to see us. So let's just produce it.
let's just produce it and go away. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna finish it because now I'm
I'm
this
gonna finish
close.
it. And
I
now
gotta at
I'm,
least see who doesn't get married and who does, and then like who comes to reunion a different person and or pregnant, like this last season where it was like Sparkle Meg all of a sudden showed up with a baby, and it's like that's crazy.
and then, so, okay, so this one's in Ohio. So if I get through Ohio,
Yes.
which is already crazy, then I'm gonna have to show up for the next one because that one's supposed to be Philly, right?
Right. Yes. I can't wait. No, I know that it's going to be fine time mess. Woo!
No,
I
we do not do good in a reality TV space.
I don't know. Meatball on the Drewski show was quite entertaining. I mean, she was. You know what I'm saying? So she was more serious than some of these Love is Blind characters. Okay.
Well,
You know?
you have a point there. Meatball, listen, I'm not taking anything away from that lady. Okay, she held us down for baddies and for that
Yeah, you're right.
that
Yeah.
but to that point, that's typically where
Right. That
we need to stay.
right.
Okay? Like,
Right. She wasn't on the Bachelorette, like it's, which I mean would be interesting. But all right, well, look, speaking of bad behavior from production, we're gonna close this out talking about all right, let me stretch for this one.
because we
Look,
all participated in the madness to a degree of this
yes.
next one.
So look, on Netflix, there is a documentary about America's Next Top Model, a three-part series that somehow got Tyra to agree to be on it and answer questions. And I think it was a lot of debate about it, a lot of conversation about it. I feel like right around, COVID times in 2020, where people were in their homes, people started rewatching a lot of shows or watching them for the first time. And Top Model is one of those shows that people decided to watch from the beginning, and you start to see that things don't always age well. And that's not an uncommon thing for a lot of shows. A lot of shows I love some of the episodes, I'm like, whoa, they really did that, right? So that being said, they want to talk through some of the horrific, and ridiculous and unnecessary, but entertaining things that happened on, all 24 seasons of that show.
I
And
couldn't believe it was that long
I mean, if
because
I
I
think of
checked out.
when'd you check out?
I checked out. Oof. I want to say there was a season where there was a black girl named Tiffany, I feel like.
Well, yes, you're talking about the Tiffany that got I never yelled at a girl like this, or a different Tiffany.
Oh, wait, no, because her name was Tiffany.
Yeah.
It was okay. So there might have been another. Wait, that other girl I'm thinking of name wasn't Tiffany? Okay,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
have to
It
look
might
it up.
be like
I remember there being like a season where there was a black girl who was definitely like, getting on folks' nerves, but she was making her way towards being one of the finalists
okay.
after it. And
Yeah.
I see her face clear as day in my head. She did a brief, she didn't speak during the documentary. Like she wasn't perfect, but there were clips from her season.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I was like, I feel like I fell off after this girl's season.
Sure.
So when I get
Yeah,
off
when you
of
figure that out. Yeah.
we can put her picture up. So let everybody know who I'm talking about. But yeah, I want to say that that might have been like cycle 12-ish or
Yeah.
something like that. Like by the time she went on to like doing men and
Yeah, I watched the men's
fake
one.
beards and all,
Yeah,
yeah, I was like, girl,
the fake beard was nuts. That was out of order.
a lace beard,
A lace front beard. Well, I mean,
which
it's
is
not
now a
so
thing
crazy.
apparently.
Right.
So
So she was a
not too much
trendsetter.
on Tyra because she was the
So
head of her.
this is what I'm saying. No, I feel like I watched the last one of the two seasons with the last one with the guys involved. Was the one I stopped watching because Niall DeMarco, who was like the deaf model. He went out to act and stuff. I remember because also, this is my time in New York. So like I'm going to parties and I'm like meeting the cast because some of them are working, some of them are not. So I feel like he ended up, I think, winning his year. And I mean he might have been the last show I watched. Because then they started being like, hey, top models, are you 5'2" and under? Come on and be on the show. Like, yeah.
That was a shocker to me. Like when she mentioned in there that
Yeah.
they were doing something for like petite.
They did
See,
petite.
I
They
was
did
checked out on
petite.
all of that.
They
I missed
petite. And then one season, the last season, randomly Rita Ora was the host when they got rid of Tyra. Like there was just some nutty
Yeah, see,
things
all of
that,
that all was news to me from the documentary. I was
yeah.
like, why did they get Rita Ora?
They got Rita Ora. Shout out.
Like,
Yeah.
what?
And why? Like no shade to her, but like she's not a
It was
model.
random. It
Like,
was
so it's just
random.
like, but yeah, like, how can we say about this? I mean, I think that like I'm split in many different ways. One, we know Tyra's nuts. She's always been nuts. Like the TV, her
Always
talk
been
show
news
was
for both of us.
crazy, kooky, all
Yeah.
that stuff. The stuff that they did on that show was nuts. It was not really as indicative of the industry, upset for, honestly, the commentary. That probably was the most realistic of that show, which is why I'm not too much on that because as a person who worked in the fashion industry, still does, I know that those things matter. I know that the way that you look makes or breaks whether or not you're in it. I know modeling is very particular, all that stuff. I mean, not running to go to Gold Season one day and having to use a pedicab and all that stuff is nuts. But like the bare bones of what that show was true. Like, yes, if you look a certain way, you don't work. If they want blondes and you're a brunette and you don't want to be blonde, you don't get that show. Like that, all that stuff was true. So the fact that people twisted that into now I'm going to be, I'm 13 years old and I'm going to study to be a pediatrician and now I don't feel good about myself is a little nuts because it wasn't like you weren't in that. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not saying this across the people. She's saying this for being a model and for being a top model, right? Even Tyra herself, like sized out of the industry. She can say
Yeah.
she retired and stuff, but like when she, like leaned into the curves and stuff, it was Victoria's Secret, Sports Illustrated, or nothing. You're not walking John Bon Gaultier. You're not walking Versace anymore. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'm torn on that kind of stuff, but I do feel like she could have taken more accountability. She did like apologize in some ways, but not the way that she was supposed to. I think it was interesting that like Kenya Barris wasn't present.
Hello.
That was a little nuts to me. I feel like Janet Dickinson wasn't there. That was a little nuts to
Well,
me.
Janice wasn't there because she's doing the other one.
Right. That's right.
There's
Yeah.
another documentary
That's
that's
right. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
so the word on the street is that everybody who wasn't in this Netflix one
Yeah.
is gonna pop up in the other one,
That makes
apparently.
sense because like what is it? The Lisa D'Amatos of it all, like the people who don't like that makes
Yeah,
sense. They wouldn't be a part of this, I guess. But yeah.
yeah. It was weird that Tyra was still being this like, I don't know, something about her. It's like always show. It's always
Yeah.
stagey. It's always like,
Yeah.
and I was, like all of this, like,
Yeah.
girl, just talk.
Just talk. Why are you doing this weird like
Doing this weird talk show pausing and
yeah,
like
yes. It's
it's
definitely media training kind of not
yeah,
honest. And it's like, you don't need to do that. You need to be like, look, look, the show was wild, and I made some really crazy weight decisions, but the ratings were up, and I thought I was doing a good thing. I thought I was trying to put people on, and I did put people on, by the way, and I did do these things. I didn't get it all right. Instead of like, actually, and if you thought that was crazy, get waiting for season 25. Like, it was like, girl, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah,
stop it.
you still don't get it.
You still don't get it.
You still do not understand, even after we've shown you all of the ways that you veered off course from even your own mission,
Right.
which was to try to diversify
Yeah.
the industry a little bit, which was, I definitely would agree to her intentions in the beginning
Sure.
were solid.
Yeah.
But she saw something that was starting to
Yeah.
explode. Checks were coming in,
It's coming in.
ratings were through the roof.
Yeah.
And that lady said, I'm going to lean into the
Yeah.
foolishness. And like you said, if she would just own up to the fact that she leaned into the crazy, that she
Yeah.
leaned into the foolishness, that at the time she didn't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
But hindsight and the current zeitgeist now show me
Yeah.
I was ridiculous, and we
Yeah.
all were,
Right.
like you being in the fashion industry, you know that those photos from those shoots would not land in the real fashion
Yeah.
world. What you
Yeah.
could have done was done all of your weird shit for the show and
Yes.
then given those girls a real book
Right.
after, like that maybe we didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
because we
Yeah.
already had access to all the things.
Yes.
So you could have been real,
Hmm.
really help these girls by saying, I understand we had you doing some crazy stuff for the show, but
Sure.
girl,
Yeah.
here's how you really need to
Yes.
think, your
Yeah.
portfolio
Instead of
and
having
you're
you
going
in
to
a
make sure
coffin eating a donut, let me actually give you a real shoot that like,
give you a real shoot that somebody would actually use in a real campaign. If she had just given them 3 shots like that to send them on their way with, I
yeah.
feel like a lot of this drama could have been avoided.
Yeah.
So please don't sit up here in your trench coat, ma'am. And which was also weird because why would you wear that? But now you're sitting here in a trench coat, still trying to wrap accountability in excuses. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was always these little specks of accountability, but then, they got overshadowed because you're still not really trying to own
On any of it.
the BS.
Yeah, on any of it. You're
Girl,
smiling crazy, which lets me know that the light in your eyes is gone and
the
you're on some
crazy
other type
smile
of,
and the dead eyes,
yeah, like, and
I
you
don't
were
care.
neither of those things were associated with you, right? So like, yeah, it definitely was disappointing. And I also feel like the actual documentary of itself could have been tighter. I think that like I think they could have been a bit more balanced in showing what went right versus what didn't. I think that like perhaps the people who produced it weren't entrenched enough in the culture to understand the questions to ask and what was going on. And then I also feel like they needed more stories. Like, like I feel like they focused a lot on Shandy, and I understand it because hers was traumatic and she was the most unrecognizable, if I could be so
Yeah,
bold,
yeah, yeah,
from
yeah.
that show to there. But I don't know. I just kind of felt like it ended, and I was like, okay, like now what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
you know,
I think the whole reason Tyra decided to be a part of it was for her to try to save face in a way,
sure, yeah,
and it didn't work the way that she was
no,
hoping. I don't think she did herself any favors
no,
by being a part of that at all.
no, I don't
Um,
either.
yeah, and then when I was looking at the parts with the two J's,
Yeah,
I remember the fashion week when we
yeah,
were with where are those pictures? I
that's a
have a picture of me and Miss J.
you surely do, and I don't know,
From
it's probably on Facebook because I thought about that
Tim
too.
Gunn. I feel like that was the same year we met Tim Gunn and like,
Yes,
well, like I gotta go way into my Facebook
right. I was
photos.
trying to find because like I met a bunch. Eva, I met Takara, I met Danny, I met Nick, I met Naima, I met Miss J, Mr. J, Nigel.
Mhm, mhm.
Ole Marin and I are friends on Facebook. Like I was around. You know what I mean?
You were
Like
in there. You were in
The only person I don't think I met was Tyra, oddly enough. But I never met her. But she was always doing something random. Like she had a children's book, and I went to that like reading. I don't know. There's who knows? Who knows what my life was like back then? But yeah, like I think we needed to find those pictures somewhere. They're
find those
hopefully we
photos.
can put them up when we talk through this because like I know for sure the picture. I have a picture of me, Mr. J, June Ambrose. I think it's the most random. Like
That
you
Ambrose
know.
year.
So yeah, fun times. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that look, there's another one coming out, another documentary that is, if she so dares to do another top model, that would be so audacious, and I probably would be soon tuned in. So,
Oh, that's just then the ice cream thing.
oh,
That's
hot ice cream, you mean?
also strange.
My
I
ice
just,
cream?
what is it?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I have to try it. I mean, she also said that I saw a thing where she was like she thought modeling was going to be her legacy, but now she realizes it's going to be this hot ice cream. That's the legacy she's going.
Girl.
This is why Naomi Campbell was like, when I told you how she was crazy, everyone looked at me like I was.
Well, listen here. You already know, okay? When it came down to their whole thing,
Well, yeah,
I
that's
was
it was
still
Team
with
Naomi.
my good sis Naomi because I was like something about Tyra was always a little weird to
You
me.
used to say that. You used to say
Say
that. You're
that
like,
all the
you
time. I'm
can't
like,
really.
no, she gives me the energy of the girl who shows up being annoying,
Yes.
and then when somebody calls her on it, she claims
You
she was
complain. Yeah.
like, I just see that in her. I've always seen that in her.
And my thing is, I know that Naomi Campbell was probably a menace, and
Oh, menace.
but I feel like when I watched that sit down, which I thought was very interesting, that she made sure there was no audience there, almost to make sure to be like, just in case they clap for her and not me, I can't deal with that. So it was like an intimate thing. It's always so like calculated with her. Yikes. But
Yes, I hate that. It's like, girl, where is the real
where's
you?
the real you? You're from Inglewood or long like you're from like you come on. Like
Right.
you know
Like,
better than this.
come on. Don't do
Um,
this.
yeah.
Don't give us these like weird, like media trainee, and it's not even good media training
No.
on
And you can
television.
see through it. The good media training is that you can't see through it. Like,
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? She
this
be
is
on some like weird, like I was just watching, like, why is she making these faces? What like, I don't know. It was
all very strange. It's all very strange. But Eva did her thing on the next morning show that she was on
yes, I
right after
saw
getting
that.
married. And I respected her response. Like
And that's
we
good media
could,
training.
yes, yes, also that, right?
Hmm.
She did it right.
Yeah.
But I think she was able to do it because I think she's giving her authentic
Tough. And I'll
to
take.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she is saying, like,
Yeah.
didn't have
Right.
all of that crazy stuff happen to
Sure.
me. But I also think Eva didn't go through it because they liked her.
Right.
They
Right.
knew she was the
They
star.
knew she
They
was
knew
the star.
she was
The
the
story
star.
was, oh, she's the mean one, but we can make her the star if we soften her up and do this whole thing. So
Yep.
yeah, she's gonna have a different experience than say someone else that, it's all about the storytelling of that's the whole point of like a reality TV. It's not telling the truth. It's writing the story, with real people, lives, right? So yeah, I think she can speak to that in a different way. The same with Whitney from, that was the first plus size. Like,
Mhm.
Winnie Harlow ain't gonna say nothing bad because by then, I mean, the show was already so far along and low key, allegedly, she's not the nicest person, so she's not gonna talk about how bad it was. Like, like it's just like it's
Right.
what it is, what it is. So yeah, I don't know. I think that I'm glad they did it. Um, but I think that it kind of was just kind of neither here nor there. Like it was good to talk about, and I'd be curious to see what this other one is like. I thought they're gonna get a little bit more into the nitty gritty, but overall, it was like, okay, she was doing terrible, but she's not going to jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she's gonna be selling her
No,
hot,
she
hot
wasn't
ice cream, and
alone.
right, she wasn't alone.
People behind her. Do you think that Kenya's like relationship that he has with Netflix is the reason why he was allowed to
Oh,
be,
that's a good question.
he
Yeah,
a whole little thing with them and is creating programs for them. And
sure.
his show was a Netflix show. And
Yeah.
I feel like somewhere there's a clause
Hmm.
in our good brother Kenya's
Hey, and listen,
paperwork that
respect,
says, do
respect.
not mention my name.
Yeah, don't even because they wasn't even mentioned. It wasn't even like we hit him up and he declined comment. It was like
No,
no, it was
that,
Ken
that
Mock
man's
and it
name
was
comes
Tyra
up
and
as a producer on that show during every opening credit, and
right,
you would think that he was nowhere around if you just looked at the documentary
right,
side of it.
right,
Yeah, I think there was a conversation that says, do not associate me with this.
right,
I'm good.
right.
Wow. Well, listen, at the end of the day, you live and you learn.
Yeah, some
You know,
people. I don't
we
know.
we all know that the industry is
Right,
horrible. We didn't
right,
need a documentary dragging Tyra and
right,
company
right,
to know that.
right,
But it was at the end of the day a reality TV show.
right. And a competition at that.
Competition reality. It's a game. It was literally like she said, like she saw Survivor and
Yeah.
the other shows, and she injected those elements into a show, except this time the subject matter was modeling. So a lot of
Hmm.
it was crazy town for sure.
Right.
But I would have liked for her to be a little bit more real and down to earth and
Yeah.
less weird robotic.
Yeah.
Let me just
It's just strange. And then she
oh,
was kind of sitting with, I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. All right. Well, we're gonna close it here. I think as always, a good conversation. I think hey, listen, got a lot to talk about in the next few episodes. But in the meantime, you can follow us on Instagram at fresher than Chris. Lord, that is my Instagram. But you can
listen,
follow me there too.
follow that man.
You can follow us at Friends in Real Life on Instagram, on Threads, Facebook. Also, we obviously on Friends in Real Life on YouTube, and then across streaming from Amazon Music to Apple to Spotify. All same.
Subscribe to all the things, please.
Please subscribe. Yes,
You
appreciate
know.
that. And we made it without you hanging up on me, so this is good. Okay, I redeemed
Well,
myself.
you didn't say anything too crazy this time about things that should not be discussed on the podcast, so that's good. Let's see if we can keep you there for a few more episodes.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going to go and watch these last few films that
Yes.
I catch up on because I'm doing so good.
Yes, you are, and so are we. And just want to tell the folks we have been very diligent about watching these Oscar-nominated films. This is probably the most films I've watched in the season ever. So
That's
we're almost there. So we will be able to talk about it all, at least one of us, if not both of us, of each film, of each nomination. On our probably our next episode because goodness, Oscars are in 2 weeks, which is kind of crazy. So.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, until then, thank y'all for watching, and I will see you soon.